What are some questions that you should ask your financial professional, or if you're seeking another financial professional, if you're interviewing other financial professionals, what are some questions that you should ask? This is a list that we've been using for a long time, and we've gotten some fantastic feedback from it, even from advisors that have been asked these questions that are great advisors. They will often say something like, man, that's a great, where'd you get that from? And then they'll send it back to us. As you know, we do training for other advisors, and it's mutually beneficial. But I want to go through this. You're going to have access to all of this stuff as well. But seeking professional advisors, the real thing is, a question that I ask, and I ask this question, what's in it for you? If you're talking to a financial professional, what's in it for you? Why can't you do it yourself? Why are you paying the fees that come along with some of the things? Some of them are higher fees than others. Why are you paying those fees? What's in it for them, the financial professional? What's in it for them if they have the privilege of serving you financially? And the third most important question is, as things adapt and adjust, as they do over time, you have changes in your life, changes in your situation, changes in your family, changes in your finances. How are you able to adapt and adjust your solution strategy to fit those needs over time? I put together a list of questions that you should ask your financial advisor. For sake of time, I'm not going to go through the entire list, but the idea from that is I've taken questions that are good questions, but really kind of try to get behind. Like, what would be the next question that you would ask after that? So as an example, when you come into the office or we talk online, oftentimes I will say things like, what is your biggest concern planning and preparing for retirement, or biggest concern going forward in retirement? And oftentimes people will say, a lot of times it's things that a lot of people say when I ask the question, what else? Or tell me more about that? Or just kind of sitting there, they're listening, it has a tendency to bring out, right, well, what's behind that? Well, why is that? Simon Sinek wrote a book called Start With Why. And I would say start with why. It's more about when someone says something, it's asking them, well, what is the why behind that? Well, where did that start? Where did that come from? What's the motivation for that? So on here is going to be the 7 questions that you should ask. Take this to your financial professional. If you're coming to chat with us, you can ask us those questions. And it's good. It's good to get to see the response. Oh, and one more thing. When you're getting the response, there's 2 aspects. One is what people say when you ask them these questions. The other, and probably more important thing, is the nonverbal communication, how they're responding to you and how they're acting when they're asking these questions. Because some of these questions, like the one, passion, I'm just going to go through this. What about the financial services business caused you to enter it as a profession, and how does it fit you personally? And that's like, because some people, the honest answer is, because that's where I ended up, and I make pretty good money doing it. I'm a pretty good salesman, and they may tell you that, they may say something else. I will tell you my passion with the business is growing up with some financial challenges that we did, and a lot of people do. I really kind of vowed to myself to not ever be in a position financially where I felt like I was stuck. And I've always been fortunate, always been very fortunate. I've always been a saver. And for me, being able to make a difference and help make a difference in people's lives, of feeling that freedom in retirement, well, that's why I'm doing these videos. It's because I'm passionate about it, and I'm passionate about people having a good experience with what they've spent a lifetime working hard to earn and to save so that they're able to get what they expect going forward in retirement. That's a bit about me. I can go on about my passion. There's a little more to the story that I'd be happy to share with you. But nevertheless, here I am again, George Wells, chatting with you a bit about some questions that you should ask as you're searching and seeking for the right guidance that's a good fit for you as a financial professional, to be sure that you are on track, that you're getting what you expect, that there's not anything that's a little bit or maybe even a lot out of line, so that you're able to avoid looking back and thinking, I wish I would have known that. I wish I'd have known that before. Fear of missing out, the fear of regret, so you're able to be on the path where your solution strategy is maximizing the likelihood of success and minimizing the likelihood of regret. My name is George Wells. Until we chat again.